another little mini chit chat video. Welcome back to another little mini reaction video. Okay, so before we go ahead and get into tonight's topic, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Um, for those of you for those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much for doing so. We do appreciate all of your support. And yeah, guys, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the giveaways really quickly on on the channel. So we do have a couple giveaways going. The first giveaway, while we wait for people to join in, the first giveaway is the Road to 1000 Subbies giveaway that we're doing on this channel. I'm super excited. Hey guys, shout out to my Purple Heart members. Thank you guys so much. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining. Hey, Kamoy. Hey, Damien. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Shout out to my Purple Heart members. You guys are always coming through, and I super, super, super appreciate that. So, thank you guys so much. Okay, so back to the giveaway. So what we're doing is we're doing a Uber Eats gift card giveaway, and we are doing that once we hit 1000 subbies. So in order to take part, we're going to talk about the requirements really, really quickly. So, in order to take part in the giveaway, you guys must have a valid email address and you must reside in Canada because that's where we are, and that's where it's valid. So, that's the only requirements for this particular giveaway. We do other giveaways as well that includes everybody, but for this particular giveaway, we chose to go ahead and do it locally just because it was easy to do and it was easy to get that situated with Uber Eats. So yeah, that's why we chose to go that route. So I'm super excited to go ahead and do that. And I think we're gonna be picking two winners. So you guys definitely look out for that. We are on our way there. We're so close. So that's going to be exciting. Okay, so what else? What else I wanted to talk about really quickly while we wait for you guys to join. So I'm sure you guys see the title of the video, and to be honest, I'm kind of surprised. I didn't really think it was like a thing. Okay, so I made a video about Chriseanrock has a new boo. People were talking about she's dating some that she's dating some 18-year-old or whatever the case may be. Turns out, so I thought this was all just kind of like made up, not really made up, but like one of these kind of like Binu situations, like a rebound or something. I don't know. I didn't think it was like a real thing. So it turns out it is a real thing. Um, she is talking to this guy, but it seems like he has a very controversial lifestyle, to say the least. Allegedly, okay, allegedly, um, he is like a blood. So for those of you who know, you guys know what that is. We're not going to really get too much into that. But shout out to everyone who's joining. Hey Dan, thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for joining the live. You guys never really get to come through because I always kind of like spontaneously just post randomly that I'm gonna go live. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. We definitely appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to my Purple Heart gang. You guys are literally the best. We love you guys so so much. Thank you guys so much. So yeah. Um it turns out allegedly he is some type of alleged gang member or whatever the case may be. That's crazy, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest in my response. Like, that stuff is crazy. Like, I don't even really know what to say other than this is gonna end badly. This is gonna end badly. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Hey Robin. Hey Robin. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. We appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for joining the live, guys. We're here talking about Krishan alleged new boo. So, okay, I watched the video. I am going to put the link for the channel. You guys can go over there and watch the interview. Somebody went to his neighborhood. It's called The Jungle or something like that. The Jungles. They went there to interview him, and he was talking about him and Krishan for a little bit, his music, stuff like that. He was talking about the one thing that he did say, I'm not gonna lie, that I thought for a young guy, he's like 20 or something like that. That's what the real age is. I think they said he's not 18, he's 20. Um, One thing he said that I found to be really, really interesting was when he said that, like, who Trophy Bino, that was like wrong of him to bring up the stuff with the baby and stuff like that. And if he felt like that, why didn't he do something about it in the moment while he was with her? Which is what I was saying in my video when I made it. I was like, if you felt that way and you were with her all booed up, and you felt like she was doing something that was so terrible, and you're a father to a child with special needs, why didn't you pick up your phone and call somebody? Wouldn't that have been like the mature thing to do? So clearly all that stuff was based on the fact that she didn't want to, work with you anymore, and all that other stuff. We get it, we get it, we get it. But so that was his response to the whole thing. He said he has no beef with nobody. When you guys watch the interview, you'll see like he's extremely well spoken and super mature. Definitely got the street smarts. Definitely got the street smarts going on. I mean, he was throwing up the gang signs and everything in the video, so I think it's safe to say that he's yeah. Anyway, the most interesting part of this interview when um when Krishan showed up, and it was just like, wow, so she literally pulled up to the hood. She literally pulled up to the hood. That's crazy. Man, I don't, this is not gonna end well, like, at all. Like, I'm all for, hey Lady D, hey Lady D, thanks for joining the live. Hey guys, shout out to the Purple Heart Gang. You guys are awesome. I keep saying that because you guys are so awesome. Um, yeah, so this might be a bit much. This might be not good. Like, a gang member though, like, that's crazy. I don't know if that's yeah, that's not gonna end well. We don't need to really, play around about that. That's definitely not going to end well. But he is very well spoken. He clearly has his head on his shoulders. But you can see this guy is deep in the streets. Like, he's the whole time in the video. When you guys go over there and check it out, you'll see. The whole time while he's being interviewed, he's looking over the shoulder, he's looking to see who's coming and going. Like, this is the lifestyle. So I will say this, like, you guys know, I never react to anything if unless, like, of course I have a personal, like, experience or something that I can relate, okay, that I can relate to what we're reacting to. So this right here, I'll give you guys a quick little story time. Okay, me, a friend and I, right, a friend and I went to a party. She was dating somebody who was known for, unaliving people. Cool. We went to this party in a different neighborhood, a neighborhood that like we were familiar with, right? So we went to the party. He came. There was other guys from our old neighborhood also at the party that he was beefing with, right? So when we were leaving, like it started getting crowded. We started seeing different faces. You just, if you grew up in the city and you know when it's time to dip. So it was time to dip. Um so we were leaving the party, and um somebody kind of pinched us and said, like, they were trying to warn us, like, not to leave with the person. But when you're young and stuff like that, it was her boyfriend and all of that. So we kind of ignored the warning, and we left. um and we left the party with the person, and we drove to my apartment. And on the way there, we could see like there was like a gold Honda following us. And it was like, okay, there's somebody following us. Still not really paying it no mind. We kept going, pulled up to the apartment. No word of a lie, as we were about to step out of the cab, the taxi, all you heard was pop, 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 pop. Like they started shooting out of that same gold Honda. Started shooting. And I was like, at first it was like you're kind of shocked. You're like, oh my God, they're shooting at us. So we hit the floor, like we dropped to the ground, laid down flat on our stomachs in front of the building. And when we look over, there's a lady, she was walking her dog with her husband or whatever. She got shot, the husband got shot, right? And so that happened. Like a week or two later, we're at a different party in our neighborhood, and we ran into the guys that did the shooting. And my friend goes up to them and says, like, look where you're aiming. And the guy said, no, you need to know who you're walking with. And that was the realest thing I ever heard, right? I never forgot that. Like, he was not apologetic about almost, unaliving us. He was more so like, you should know better. You grew up in the hood, you should know better. Like, you need to know who you're walking with. You can't just be going to parties with people in different hoods and stuff like that. You don't know who's beefing with who. So it turned out that her boyfriend shot up the guy's mother's house the week before. We didn't know that. We're just out partying with this guy. He wanted to come. We brought him, not knowing he had a whole bunch of other stuff going on, right? We could have literally lost our lives. So this is what I'm saying when I'm saying, like, when people say this is a dangerous game that Krishan is playing on this particular subject right here, I'm gonna have to agree with it. I'm not bashing, I'm not judging. Been there, done that with the whole, being down and, not caring and all that type of stuff. And I have had many close calls. Like, I always talk about this stuff whenever I talk about this particular topic, how becoming a mom at 28 literally changed my life. Like, having my daughter literally saved my life because, I was down for whatever. Like, it didn't matter. We could go wherever, we could do whatever. And when you don't have nothing really to live for, not saying she doesn't, she has her son to live for, but I'm just saying from my perspective, my experience, when I didn't have my daughter, it was just me. I was down for whatever. When I became a mom, I stopped clubbing, I stopped doing certain things, I started hanging with certain people. I just didn't want no affiliation because innocent people lose their lives all the time being with the wrong people in the wrong place. Sometimes people don't divulge everything they got going on, and you're walking, going places with them, not knowing they're beefing with, Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you get caught up. So, this situation right here is a little bit serious. Well, not a little bit, it's very serious because if these, allegations are true, You got your baby father over here on one side, and you got this new guy over here on the other side, and they don't like each other just based off principle, right? So that's bound to cause conflict of interest, right? It doesn't matter. So you see, Blueface already knew what he was playing at when he made her choose up on the live. Like that was deliberately done to put her in a position. He knew what he was doing. So when the guy that was interviewing the guy said to him, like, how do you feel about the fact that, Krishan said she was a crip? When Blueface asked her on DDG's stream, what side is she repping? And she said Crip. The guy's response was, why would he even put his baby mother in that type of position, knowing that you're kind of backing her into a corner? She don't know nothing about this stuff for real, for real. Like you may know about it because you around it a little bit, but the deep, deep ins and outs of it, you don't know no parts of it. You don't want no parts of that. So it's like that was crazy for her baby father to do that, knowing the type of lifestyle that whole situation comes with. Now the reason why I feel like everyone is saying this is so dangerous, I really don't think for real it would be Blueface that would be getting into anything or anything like that, because Blueface just got home. He's not trying to go back to jail anytime soon, right? But you do have people who are involved in the lifestyle for real that do rep it every single day, 24 hours a day. They take everything serious. How many times have we seen Chris Brown get into it with people because of certain affiliations, right? How many times have we seen people get run down on? Celebrities, rappers, whatever, football players, anybody who's repping anything. How many times have we seen it get real? That stuff do get real. People don't care about money and celebrity and clout when it comes to certain things, right? So I think that this is something that Krishan should not involve herself in. I'm not here to tell people who to talk to, who not to talk to. But what I will say is that whole throwing up the signs and doing all of that, don't do that. Because these days, this is not like back in the day. You see, back in the day, when we would be hanging out and, the da da da, there was a certain level. Like, guys weren't really getting into it with girls. But even towards my maturing, the like 2000s going, it started to change. The energy started to change. It's like guys started feeling like, okay, you want to act like a man, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and treat you like a man. So you have to be careful. In certain environments, they don't see gender, they only see what you're talking about. They don't see you as oh, she's just a girl. No, no, they look at you as just as they would look at a guy, because we've known females who can get down like they're guys in certain areas. So they don't see you as, no, just you're a female, oh, she just saying that, blah blah blah. No, no. So you have to be careful when you're kind of immersing yourself into certain environments. It's not so easy to get out. So I don't think this particular move right here is a good move at all. And you could tell like the guy kind of like he's trying to more have this like a private kind of out the way type of situation. We know about the out the way type of situation. If you've been involved in this type of lifestyle, somebody that's tucked out the way, you know what I mean? A safe spot, like someone who's out the way. But Krishan is not really an out the way type of person. Like she literally came up in this social media environment like where they just don't know how to put the phone down. They just don't know how to switch it off. They don't know how to go ghost. They don't know how to keep it low key. They gotta go live. They gotta post. They gotta clap back. They gotta. It's a almost like an addiction, right? The phone is just constantly in the hand. The TikTok's going. The stream is going. It's just always 24 hours. So that's kind of like a little bit of a different ideas kind of how this is going to work out. So we'll see, cuz this guy said like he's not interested in fame. He's not interested in he's not interested in any of that type of stuff, no clout, no celebrity, no nothing. He just, trying to vibe. So maybe he will be able to convince her like to just, what I mean, just stay out, stay out the way. So I was gonna, I don't know why I pressed this Q&A thing. I'm gonna throw it out. I don't know why I pressed that. I was just fiddling with the screen. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically my kind of way of looking at it, is like this is not good, because you just don't want to be in the you just don't want to get caught up in certain things. Like you just don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you don't want to be saying like stuff that could be offensive to people, like that will feel that they need to respond. Like that's very dangerous as a mother. So that's not something I would be endorsing. If I was around, I would be telling her like, if you're gonna be talking to people or whatever in this particular situation, you have to like keep it low key, or just not do it at all, because there really is no point. Um, Especially if the person is all in to their street life or whatever it is they got going on. That's not, you don't need to be doing posting up and all this other stuff. Like, So my whole thing is, the guy seems like a nice guy. I'm not gonna say he doesn't seem like a nice guy, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. This is not gonna end well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and if you guys let me know what you guys think. Purple Gang, let me know what you guys think. And we're gonna wrap up the live. I just wanted to kind of talk about this really quickly. We're about to have dinner. It's a late dinner. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, but you guys know how it goes. Um, yeah, so that's what we're about to get into. Thank you guys so much for those of you who came through. Shout out to my Purple Heart Gang members. Thank you guys so much. For those of you who did not get to join the live, like I said earlier, you will see it when we re-upload to YouTube. So leave your comments then and let us know you came through. Everybody will be entered into the giveaway who did attend the live today. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for that. And we'll catch up with you guys in another video. Stay up and stay blessed. And yeah, deuces.